Good morning, students. Yeah, in class 7th, chapter number 12, transportation, we had already completed our three parts. Okay, now in the part 4, we are going to discuss about the heart, the engine of life. Okay, so what is that? We know about that when we are discussing about the circulatory system in human beings. We know that in human beings, three types of the circulatory system is consist of three types of thing. They are the blood. We all know about the blood, that the blood consists of RBC, WBC and platelets for platelet cells. Okay, after that we discuss about the blood vessels. So in our body, blood vessels are also present in the form of arteries, veins and capillaries. Okay, and now we are going to start our third part, that is the main part of our body, that is heart. Okay, so the circulatory system main part which is present inside our body, that is heart. Okay, student, what is, when we are talking about the heart, so what is there, when we are talking about the structure of the heart, so how you imagine that, what is the structure of a heart? Have you any idea about it? Yes, students. So the heart is a fist-sized muscular organ. You know about the fist. So when we are talking about the heart is a fist-sized muscular organ which is located between the lungs. Okay, it is centrally placed but tilted towards the left position. It beats 60 to 80 times a minute. Okay, and when we are talking about its function, that what is the function of heart, that it pumps the blood to all parts of our body. Okay, so how you can feel your heartbeat? You also can feel your heartbeats by placing your hand on your chest towards the left. So you know, you hear some of the, so you feel that your heartbeat is there. A doctor uses also stethoscope to listen to your heartbeat. Okay, so general introduction about heartbeat when we are looking at, so we know about that it is a fist-sized muscular part is there. Okay, it is located between the lungs. Okay, it beats 60 to 80 times in a minute, and its position mostly in the left side. Okay, and its function is to pump blood. It acts as a pump for transport of blood. Okay, main function. It is located in the chest cavity with its lower tip slightly tilted towards the left. Okay, that mainly towards the left side. They have to be found that it is a, and heart has a 4 chambers. So the upper 2 chambers called ventricles and the lower the upper 2 chambers called auricles. One mistake is there. Ventricles not, auricles is there, and 2 lower chamber that is called our ventricles. Okay, student. So one mistake is there in the printing, that the 2 upper chambers called auricles and the 2 lower chambers are called ventricles. One you have to do this one. One mistake is there, that is called in this content the theme is there, this is written the 2 upper chambers called ventricles. No, this one is wrong. The 2 upper chambers called auricles and the 2 lower chambers called ventricles. Heartbeat, when we are talking about the heartbeat, the rhythmical contraction and relaxation constitute heartbeat. The contraction and relaxation process that create a heartbeat. Stethoscope is used to feel the heartbeat. Each heartbeat generates one pulse in the arteries. Pulse rate per minute indicates the rate of a heart. Animals such as sponges and hydra do not possess any circulatory system. Exchange of materials take place through water in which they live. So students, have you any idea about this one, that what are the function, what is the terms related to heart is there? So what we have studied in our heart, we know about that the structure of heart is a fist shape, muscular organ is there. Its presenceness, when we are talking about its presence, present in between the lungs in the chest cavity, to the left side mostly. And when we are talking about the function, that the function is that they can pump blood to all parts of the body. Heart has a 4 chambers. 2 upper one is called auricles, and two bottom one or 2 the lower chambers are known as ventricles. Heartbeat, the rhythmic contraction and relaxation of the heart, that is called heartbeat. Each heartbeat generates one pulse rate, and the pulse rate per minute indicates the rate of heart. Okay, and some of the animals are also there which do not have any circulatory system. They can take only the exchange of substances or exchange of materials take place through the water in which they survive. Now, the main important that how the blood is circulate in our body. What is the thing is there? Okay, now let's see. We all know that our heart are 4 chambers, 2 auricles and 2 ventricles. The right auricle receives carbon dioxide rich blood from the various parts of the body. Okay, so the right auricle, what they receive? They receive the carbon dioxide rich blood from the various parts of the body. The right ventricle pumps the blood to the lungs. The right ventricles pumps the blood to the lungs, and this carbon dioxide rich blood is taken by the right ventricle and it pumps the blood to the lungs, where this carbon dioxide is removed and oxygen is absorbed. Okay, so our first step in circulation process is, what is the first step? The right ventricle, by the help of right ventricle, the pulmonary artery is there. So pulmonary artery, what they do, they can take carbon dioxide rich blood to the right ventricle, right auricle. Right auricle, by the wall it goes to the right ventricle, and this right ventricle gives carbon dioxide rich blood to the lungs, and where the CO2 is removed and oxygen is absorbed. The left auricle receives oxygen rich blood as it comes back to the heart from the lungs. Okay, now the oxygen rich blood, now it comes back to the left auricle. Okay, and it comes to the left ventricle, and in the end it goes to the rest part of the body. So the right side of the heart is completely separate from the left side with the help of a partition. See students, we know that 4 chambers are there. If these chambers are mixed, so all type of blood is getting mixed. So they have a chamber. They have separated by same as in the, when we are talking about the right side of the heart is completely separated by the left side with the help of a separation, that is called septum, so that the 2 types of blood do not mix. The heart has a number of valves that allow blood to flow in one direction only. Okay, the blood enters the right side of the heart, and it is pumped to the lungs, where it gives up the CO2 and picks up oxygen. This oxygen rich blood travels back to the left side heart, and it is again sent to the all parts of the body, and this process is repeated again and again. Okay, so this one is our circulation process. So by this process the blood is circulating inside our body. Understand students, what is the process? In the right auricle, CO2 rich blood comes, then goes into the right ventricle pumps it to the lungs, and lungs can give oxygen rich blood. It comes to the left auricle, left auricle to left ventricle to the all parts of the body, and this process is repeated again and again. Now after the blood circulation, our next topic is, what is excretion?